Shane, I'm on the forward.
Hi, Chris.
Coming back.
Luca Parmitano completing the cable mating to that connector panel over on node 3 for these 1553 cables.
One in the bend of the L there.
Meanwhile, Chris Cassidy successfully connecting the aft connector of this jumper, moving on to the forward patch panel connector now.
Correct.
That's correct. P3 J3 jumper from the J3 patch panel.
Okay, that's removed.
Okay, next you can demate P1 from J1, and you're pretty much just swapping these two connectors, Chris.
Okay.
Looks like that's done, so you can mate P1 to J3 and P3 J3 jumper to J1.
Good work. All the connectors look good. There's no FOD. And the two plugs that have the MI bands are visible and in good shape.
Copy all.
I'm at the back, Shane.
Okay, Luca, you can stow the fish stringer in the PMA2 cover bag.
You work. P3 to J1 is done on the original cable. Now I'm back on the jumper.
Cassidy continuing with this jumper cable install at the Z1 Zenith side remote power controller module. Meanwhile, Luca Parmitano finishing up with that 1553 cable install, storing some of his tools, including that fish stringer device inside of the Node 3 avionics cable bag. Stowing those tools will be the last step in Luca's list for this 1553 cable install, and he'll next be moving over to another cable routing
to the Russian end.
Another cable routing task. He'll be routing an Ethernet cable.
CO2 sensor bed.
Copy, Luca.
You measure 48.6. Copy that, Luca. I'm with you on page 22, and Shane will join us. Okay, so I'm reading that periodical monitor physical condition, and if I notice that I'm feeling conditioned by the CO2, then I will open the helmet purge and eventually terminate the VA, otherwise continue VA. I copy all. Shane, you're right along with us, right?
And Luca, nice work on the cuff checklist, but no further action on your part.
Copy. All the cables are mated here, Shane.
Hey, Chris, that looks good. If you're go, Chris, we're going to we'll power up the DDCU here in a second. We'll take a good WVS. Looks like we're getting a pretty good one there now from you. That's great. And then we'll return the APFR back to WIF 13, clocking of 3.
Okay, I concur with go for power and APFR ops in work.
Hey, Chris, you can restow that connector in the GTEC before or after. Just let us know when you're doing it.
Okay, roger that.
So, Luke, I got some...
Shane, I'm routed to the... I'm routed to the Russian end of the cable, and I have it on me.
Copy that. I got some warnings and cautions for you, Luca, and notes.
You can go ahead and read them right now.
Okay, warning, avoid contact with the grapple fixture target, the target pin, and the PDGF curvate coupling. Avoid contact with the FGB sun sensors, sharp edges there. Caution, avoid contact with the Zenith PMA-1 MDM and above 22 inches of the crane stanchion. And a note, do not release the MLM Ethernet cable wire tie labeled pigtail. Okay, that's got like 4 of those connected there, and you don't want to release that.
I got it. Copy all. That APFR was worth its weight in BTUs.
Good to hear, Chris. Nice work.
And this is Mission Control Houston. Both spacewalkers now complete with their first task for the day. Cassidy completing that Z1 jumper cable installation on the Zenith side of that Z1 remote power controller module. He'll be moving on to his next task, installing V-guides into one of the radiator grapple bars that was installed on the station structure during last week's EVA. He'll be moving out to the one on the Port 1 truss. Meanwhile, Lуки Пармитано moving on to the routing of an Ethernet cable, which will be deployed and routed from Node 1 forward port N over to the Zarya module. This in preparation for the upcoming Russian multipurpose laboratory module.
Copy 0141. Okay, good pull test.
Right now, Parmitano retrieving that Ethernet cable, which will provide networking and data communications to that future multi-purpose laboratory module in between the U.S. and Russian segments. The astronauts are currently about 43 minutes into their spacewalk today. Moving along, Parmitano a few minutes ahead of his timeline so far. He'll be retrieving that cable from an avionics cable bag out on Node 3 of the Tranquility module, before translating up to that Node 1 forward end cone over to one of the handrails, and then beginning to route that cable.
James 3, Quebec. And what'd you say for the rest? It's in Echo 11.
Yeah, Chris should be
seems reasonable.
Should be Delta 1, Chris.
Shane, I'm at 10141.
Okay, Luca, you can release the wire ties labeled handrail 0141 start and handrail 0140 first tie.
Both of these RPSMs are open. The MLIs are open, Shane.
Copy, Chris. Thanks a lot. I think last for you at the work site is just putting that connector in the G-Tech bag and cinching it up.
Roger that, all in work.
And Chris and Shane, FYI, I feel a lot of water on the back of my head, but I don't think it's leaked from my bag.
Are you sweating? Are you working hard?
I am sweating, but it feels like a lot of water. It's not going anywhere. It's just in my sneaky cap.
And Luca, we copy.
Copy.
Just FYI. Okay, the white tie called start 0141 is undone.
Copy, Luca.
And you also want the TAC 7, did you say?
0141, the start tab and the first tie tab you can release.
First. Okay. Okay, released.
Okay, Luca, next for you, you can ret and remove the J2 cap from the existing Ethernet pigtail.
Copy.
So right now, Chris Cassidy finishing some cleanup work from that Z1 jumper cable installation, which he completed successfully. Moving on to his next task will be the installation of those guide bolts inside of the radiator grapple bar.
Node 1.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the team monitoring a few issues with Luca Parmitano's suit that he's continuing to report. Has some water in his communications cap. Teams on the ground continuing to take a look and monitoring any potential issues, but right now, Luca still continuing on with his work. Currently over routing a cable from the Node 1 forward port over to the Zarya module, an Ethernet cable which will provide data and communications between the U.S. segment and the Russian segment in preparation for the upcoming Russian multipurpose laboratory module.
There's no fault in the pigtail.
Complete here, Shane.
Copy that, Chris, and Luca, copy that. You can mate the pigtail J2 to P2, the MLM Ethernet.
P2 to J2.
You guys happy with the work site here, Shane?
Yeah, Chris, that looks really good. Really appreciate both you and Luca. You're about, just to let you know, you're about 40 minutes ahead on the timeline. So, Chris, you can slow down your pace a bit, and we'll continue.
Okay, that's no problem.
Hey, Luca, while you're working there, can you give us maybe some more words on the water? Maybe identify the source, you think, and then is it getting any worse or is it the same?
Good questions. It's still the same. It's not increasing nor more. I still feel it, and I cannot tell you the source. My only guess is that it came out of my bag and then found its way over there in the back, but I don't have any water in the front of the helmet.
Nope.
And P2 is connected to J2.
Copy, connected. Next for you, Luca, we got some specific questions for you to describe the Node 3 heat exchanger worksite access. So whenever you're ready for that, let me know.
Yeah, I'm ready. I see the panel right to the left.
Okay, first question for you, Luca, is how far can you reach into the crevice towards the MMOD shield Charlie 1-01?
Okay. Well, from the position that I'm in right now, basically, there's no way I can reach inside into the two. So can you see it in my MWS where I am right now?
Yes, we have a good view, Luca.
Sorry, Yeah, so I can reach with my hand where it says it's a heat exchanger. Maybe if I completely change my, I can completely rotate my body, I can reach a little lower, a little more inside.
Okay, so it looks to me, at least, like it's just a fingertip reach. It's not an operational reach where you could actually do something down there. Is that correct?
That is correct. And Chris is coming, and I think he's giving me an opinion too.
I agree with all that you guys said.
Okay, Luca, copy that.
I try to rotate. So to make it a little clearer, I am completely wedged in between the three modules right now. I have very little mobility, and my visor inches from structures.
Can you move your helmet light into your helmet? It's stuck between the handrail and your head.
No,
Yeah, you're really wedged in there.
I told you.
Осторожно. You're doing a skills run. This is where they would tell me to rescue you.
And Luke, the last question, and Chris, you might be able to help out. Is it something like the mini workstation or your safer that's restricting you when you try to move any?
So what I see is the BRT could be completely loosened and sent down by your leg, and the mini workstation might flatten out then into the gap. If that makes any sense, Luca. I don't know. You're the guy on the scene. I'm just.
What was blocked? Guys, it's
Yeah, but your BRT was bumped. See the handrail that your left hand is in right now?
Mm-hmm.
Your BRT was stuck on it when I arrived.
Okay.
And it was pushing you high such that your backpack was against the other handrail.
Okay, so like this.
There you go. Yep, that freed up. Touched in there pretty darn good, Shane.
Hey, copy that, Chris and Luca. Thanks for the questions there. So, Luca, if you can squeeze out of there, we'll get you going on tying down the cable.
Coming out.
But you're able to get your actions in there for today?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Nice job. That was a tight little breeze.
Sure was.
So Luca Parmitano giving the ground a description of his work site there over by node 3. He'll now get ready to continue his task with routing that Ethernet cable from node 1 over to the Zarya module, having already completed the connection of that 1553 power and data cable as his first task for the day. Meanwhile, Chris Cassidy is going to begin translating over to his next task, which will be the installation of some V-guide bolts onto one of the radiator grapple bars that was installed on the spacewalk last week on July 9th. Cassidy already completing the Z1 jumper cable installation, a continuation of last week's Z1 jumper cables.
My Looky cap.
I see beads of sweat.
No, it's not sweat.
No, it's not sweat.
Hey, Luca, can you clarify, is it increasing or not increasing?
It's hard to tell, but it feels like a lot of water.
Oh, I see. I see it now, wiggling. Can you see? It's over here, right?
Yeah, but I have that, and then there is about the same amount of when I took the helmet down last time, Chris.
Really?
Yeah, I can feel it in the back of my head. I don't understand where it's coming from. It can't be the water.
It has to be the bag. Can you suck it dry? Oh, so that stuff on your forehead is not sweat?
No, it's not.
Oh, I see.
Okay, it has to be it's the bag, because the bag is dry now.
Yeah.
And Chris and Luca, you guys can just hang tight there. Chris, you can continue to help troubleshoot if need be, but we're going to talk about it here for a minute.
Okay, you copied all that, right? He drank the remaining part of his bag. Bag is empty now, and so there's something less than a liter in the back of his head, 800 milliliters maybe.
No, it's less than that.
Less than that, half a liter. Half a liter in the back of his head.
All right, Chris, so you see about half a liter of water, and you think the drink bag is empty. Is that correct?
We cannot see half a liter of water. We're just estimating that we filled it just a little less than 1,000 milliliters, and he has been drinking it during the depress and things, and he just sucked in a couple hundred milliliters right now. So just based on that alone, doing the math, it sounds like about somewhere in the neighborhood of half of the drink bag, and that's just a guess on our parts.
Yeah, it's a difference. I guess I'm overestimated, but it's a good guess.
And Luca was able to drink a couple of water blobs off the visor right now, so it's less.
So Luca Parmitano reporting some water had built up behind his head inside of his helmet.
Okay,
Suspected culprit right now being from the astronaut's drink bag. The astronauts are going to stand by while controllers here in Mission Control Houston discuss the issue to see if there are any potential issues or dangers associated with this. So again, for now, the crew continuing to stand by. Right now, in the beginning or the middle of their second task for the day, just under an hour into this spacewalk, which began at 6:57 a.m. Central Time.
Look at me. I'm not blind enough to get you and the picture. Just the picture. And the flag. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Got it.
Again, our spacewalkers continuing to stand by while control teams down here in Houston discuss the issue of excess water that is built up in Luca Parmitano's helmet.
You get mine?
Yeah.
Let me back up a little bit.
I think I got you both with the...
Huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking that it might not be the water bag.
There's no other place for it to come. Unless it's sweat or urine.
I guess it must be sweat then.
Yeah.
How much can I sweat though?
Am I in that one?
Yeah.
Cool.
The astronauts taking a chance to snap a few photos during their spacewalk. The International Space Station itself just off the southeastern tip of Africa, about to move out over the Indian Ocean. Continuing to stand by as we wait on a decision whether or not this built-up water in Luca Parmitano's helmet will be an issue for continuing the spacewalk.
Last one. Sorry. All right, cool. Thanks, dude.
No problem, man.
Where's your next handrail? The tie. If it's right by your knees, maybe just tie it while you're sitting. Oh, we're sitting there.
Yeah, Luca, for you, the first one is 0140, first tie for you, Luca.
0140, copy.
Luca, you can tie 0141 if you want, but that's optional. 0140 is your first mandatory one on the nadir stanchion of the circumferential handrail.
Hey, Chris, can you say radio check?
Radio check?
Yeah, com check.
Com check, com check.
Yeah. I'm wondering if the water is getting to my ears. And the only other option, Chris, that I'm thinking is the LCVG.
Oh, that's true. It could be a leak in the... How's your cooling?
I don't know. It's I'm not hot, but
try adjusting the flow and see if you see.
But look, Chris. Look, just keep looking at me right now.
More?
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Hey, Luca, can you give us a status of where you think? It sounded like we just heard you cannot hear. Is that true as well?
No. I can hear perfectly. I can still hear perfectly, but my head is really wet, and I have a feeling that it's increasing. And I'm thinking that it may, I don't know if it's possible, but I'm thinking that it may be the LCVG that's leaking. Is that a possibility?
And Luca, thanks for the update. It is a possibility, but with the data we're seeing, we don't think it's the LCVG right now.
Okay, it's not the LCVG. That's good news. And I think it must have been all of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And Luca, one more question for you. Is the water just in the back of your head, or is it kind of free-floating in front of your eyes now?
It's mostly in the back of my head.
Copy.
So lead EVA officer Karina Eversley continuing to converse with her support teams and the flight director as they continue to try and assess the situation. European astronaut Luca Parmitano reporting some water free floating inside of his helmet. Quite a bit had built up. Right now, the flight control teams have the astronauts standing by while they continue to assess the situation and make a decision on the next steps for these two spacewalkers. Currently a little over an hour and 6 minutes into their EVA.
Adjusted the fan or the cooling?
No, I haven't touched anything.
So the leak would remain and they would see data.
But where's it coming from then? It's too much.
I don't know, it's a lot.
Nice in my eyes.
Shane, you back with us?
All right, Chris and Luca, just for you guys, based on what we heard with Lucas saying that water is in his eyes now and it seems to be increasing, we think we're going to terminate EVA case for EV2. So, Luca, we'll have you head back to the airlock. Chris, we'll get a plan for you to clean things up here and then join him here in a minute.
Okay. Copy all, Shane. All right.
And EV2 copies too.
So what bags do we have outside? Luca, we've got the PMA2 cover bag.
So again, the call coming from Capcom Shane Kimbrough up to the crew. The teams here in Mission Control deciding to terminate the spacewalk for today after the water hazard buildup inside of Lukey Parmitano's helmet raised a few issues for the spacewalk officers.
Where is it?
He can go here right now.
I see.
Yeah.
You want to just head on back to the airlock? Why don't you make your way back to the airlock and I'll clean up this.
All right.
So as of right now, Lukey Parmitano will make his way towards the airlock while Chris Kæssidi will do some cleanup tasks to get everything back in order. The astronauts only 1 hour, 9 minutes into their spacewalk today. Both had completed their first task for the day, with Kæssidi completing that Z1 jumper cable installation on the zenith side of that remote power controller module. And Luca had just completed the 1553 power and data cable installation, finishing up a task that had started last week on Tuesday. He was about halfway through this Ethernet cable routing when the water buildup became noticeable inside of his helmet. So again, Lukey Parmitano heading back towards the airlock. The team making the decision to end today's EVA early.
Sun's about to set, Luca.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris and Luca, about 3 minutes till sunset.
Chris, can you help me with the path? Because there'll be no water in my eyes now.
Help you with the what?
With the path.
You bet, absolutely.
Hey, Chris, for you, if you can get that MLM Ethernet cable and
okay, I think I got it.
Put it in the, put it in the bag there. Hey, Chris, sorry. Correction. Can you just...
What are you talking about? I think I just tie it down, right?
Yeah, if you can just connect it to the handrail where it is there and wire tie it, Chris, that should be plenty good.
What's the next one? Is it 0129? You got that one.
Yeah, 0129, Chris, and you can just leave it there.
So Chris Kæssidi continuing with a few cleanup tasks. Lukey Parmitano on his way back to the airlock. The EVA ending early today. as some water buildup in Luca Parmitano's helmet became troublesome, and our spacewalk officers decided to go ahead and bring him inside early. Neither crew member in any danger as of right now. The water buildup merely a concern for these spacewalkers, as the cause of it is not readily identifiable right now. So the teams down here in Mission Control Houston taking the cautious path and deciding to end the EVA early. With that being said, none of the tasks that were on today's schedule are critical to continuing station operations. All can be deferred to another spacewalk at a later date. So nothing major will be happening to the station systems with the ending of this EVA early. Again, Luca Parmitano heading back towards the Quest airlock now, still in good health, but reporting a sizable buildup of water inside of his helmet. Right now, Chris Cassidy finishing up a few cleanup tasks as they get the station back in its stable configuration before he will also move towards that Quest airlock.
Okay, we're back with you, Luca. Can you give us a status?
Hey, Chris? Yeah. I'm at the airlock. Coming up on the wing. I have a lot of water.
So Shane, I don't know if you can hear me. He's at the airlock with a lot of water. I'm on my way back. Picking up a green hook right now, and I'll go expedite a little bit back to the airlock.
Hey, Luca, we hear you're at the airlock. We'll have you ingress the crew lock, but do not connect your SCU.
Copy. Right now. Thank you.
Luca Parmitano back inside of the Quest airlock in the crew lock section. He'll be standing by for a few minutes while Chris Cassidy continues with this cleanup work outside of the station structure.
On my way, Luca. Shane, green hook in hand. Ducking under.
Copy, Chris.
Surface 1.
Hey, Chris.
I hear you, Luca. Go ahead. Luca, I hear you.
Yep. Question. So Luca, contact?
I hear you weak but readable, Luca. Can you tell me
I can barely read you. I'm opening the airlock cover. And I'm waiting
Copy, thermal cover open.
Why don't we just... I recommend, Shane, that we do... I will go in as the last guy, and we just get Luca in there now. No sense in having him wait.
That's correct. We want Luca to hop in.
PMU data.
Yeah, we want Luca to hop in now. Do not connect your SCU, and Chris, you will come in second and do the hatch ops.
That sounds great. You copy that, Luca? Head on in.
Okay, I'm in.
Roger that. I'm going slow and smooth here, Shane. I don't want to make a mistake, make it worse. And I've got the bag tethered for me, releasing some structure, and
yeah, great call, Chris. Stay nice and smooth there. No need to hurry. Get the bag, come back in, and we'll have steps for you when you get there.
All right. right. For Luca and Shane, I'm on my way, passing underneath Fort Cedar Cut at this time. Look, I'm at the MT. Gore Booted Cedar Spur.
Hey, Luca, for you, you can connect your waist tether to the airlock D-ring extender and give us a black on black.
Copy, will do.
Cedar Spur coming home, Luca.
Hey, Chris and Luca, for you.
That is connected to the D-ring extender, and it's blocked.
I copy, Luca. Your waist tether is closed and locked on the airlock D-ring extender.
And Houston copied as well. Chris, for you, once you get to the airlock, a couple bags we need to get inside. One, the one that you have, the V-Guide bag, and the other one is the MBSU bag, which is on the airlock handrail.
I copy all, Shane.
So at this point, Lуки Пармитано back inside of the crew lock. Chris Cassidy retrieving a few of those tent bags that they had stowed at the beginning of their spacewalk. And again, the spacewalk today ending early, only 1 hour, 18 minutes in since their start time earlier this morning. This will be the shortest spacewalk for station EVAs since Expedition 9. When two spacewalkers, Gennady Padalka of the Russian Space Agency and NASA astronaut Mike Fink, stepped out of airlocks on June 24th, 2004. The two were wearing Russian Orlan suits, and that spacewalk was cut short when a pressure problem was discovered in Fink's oxygen tank. That spacewalk much shorter, at only 14 minutes long. But again, today's planned 6 hour, 15-minute spacewalk being cut short. After that water buildup problem was discovered in Lуки Пармитано's helmet, neither crew.
The helmet is kind of saturated with water. The whole, I have a lot of water in the front of the visor, and I feel it around my head, and there's sun in my eyes and in my nose. There's a lot of water. I cannot quantify it. I got into the ears because I can barely hear you guys, and I maxed the volume.
Shane, I don't know, did you hear all that?
Yeah, Chris, if you could relay some of that. We caught parts of it, Chris, but if you could relay, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's a lot of water. His head is saturated. It's in his eyes, as well as in his nose and mouth. SCU's not connected on him. He's in. V-Guide bag is in. I'm working on MBS U-bag. And that's where we're at.
Copy all, Chris. Thank you.
Expedition 36 crew members standing by inside of the equipment lock in Quest. Cassidy's finishing up retrieving a few of these bags that were temporarily stowed before moving into the Quest airlock himself. Parmitano already inside.
Okie dokie. And what I need is a place to put my tether. I'm going to take your other alternate waist tether and use it.
Okay, I can barely hear you.
Roger that. So Shane, doing things here that I just want to make sure you're in sync with me. I've got my right waist tether closed and locked on the circumferential handrail, and I am taking my... Oh, his is still out here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chris, you need to unhook Luca, then unhook yourself, and then get in.
Roger that. I'm sorry, I thought his was already in. Roger that. Luca's closed and locked. And I put that, my right D-ring extender. Okay. And my safety path is going through my right D-ring extender to Luca's pack. And with that, I'm going to complete the transition and end rest.
Copy, Chris. Good words.
All right, Luca, you ready? I'm looking at the bags here, making sure I can get in.
Okay.
Gonna be tight. The bags are gonna, you'll feel the bags move around as I kind of kick them.
That means I need to move anyway.
So, Chris and Luca, for you guys, big picture, we're going to do a nominal repress, if Luca can stand that, except Luca's going to stay on battery, not SCU. And then once we get through that, we'll have an expedited suit doffing for Luca.
Okay, we copy all.
Okay, I think that's locked.
Thermal cover is closed. I'm in.
Copy, thermal cover closed.
And I'm with you. And I can't reach the cue card, and Luca can't read it, so we will just be challenge and response the whole way.
So, Chris, for you, you can get the SCU and connect that to yourself.
That's in work. And obviously it's EMU2 SCU.
Copy, Chris.
SCU is engaged and on my mini-works, on my DCM.
Okay, copy that. Next for you guys, you can take your water switches off. Luca, you're going to lose cooling here, so if we need to expedite due to your cooling level, just let us know.
Copy.
EV1 water off.
EV2 water off.
So, Chris, we've got a 2-minute timer here. Once that's done, we will just make sure the area around the hatch is clear, and we'll close the hatch once the 2 minutes are up.
Okay, we copy.
Both spacewalkers safe and inside of the Quest airlock. Getting ready to close the hatch in just under 2 minutes from now. The rest of Expedition 36 standing by in the equipment lock.